On September 21st, 2024, officers responded to a baseball game for a call of a fight breaking out between two parents.
What's going on today?
Okay, so I was sitting there under our tent, and their tent was next to ours. And there was like an altercation at the plate earlier in the game, not a big deal. But their player that was running knocked into whoever our catcher was, and he should have been ejected. Not everyone, whatever. They were like hands down. I went to the bathroom, came back, and I guess during that play, I didn't see it. My son was running the bases, and they pushed him. Whatever, it's silly. So there was like a whatever on the field. I didn't see any of that. I just came and sat down, and I asked my husband, I said, what happened? He said, next time someone pushes them, he should knock them on their ass, my husband said. So she goes, that's my grandson you're talking about, the mother. And I said, so then the mom of the child, so the grandmother and the mom, she stood up and threw something at me. She goes, that's my son. Don't you dare talk about it. So I'm just sitting there. And he said something to the effect of, like, your son doesn't belong putting hands on my son.
Yeah.
And she goes, and then she just kept repeating, that's my son, that's my son. So whatever, we just were sitting there. And then I said, honestly, this is baseball. Like, no one should put hands on anyone. Like, this is crazy. So the grandmother stands up and throws something down and goes to charge, and then the daughter, probably my age, maybe ish, stands up and stops her mom, and then comes through my tent, because I was kind of on the border of mine and a friend of mine, jumps over my special needs daughter to put her hand and like grab my hair, and I was like, oh no. So I restrained her. I have training in restraining. I have a special needs child. I know how to restrain. So I just held her down. I'm like, don't touch me. Like, absolutely not. I didn't hit her. I didn't do anything. I was restraining her from attacking me over her. And then some good Samaritan guy, I guess he said after he was just trying to help, tackled me. So then now I lost my edge of holding her down, and that's when someone separated us. But that's when she broke the chair, the tent, all the things.
There was a guy from like 2 tents down. I was standing right there, like watching it all unfold.
I was just holding her down, like.
And I was like, oh my god, like this is crazy. And I see this one guy come up from the tent, and he's watching it unfold, and he's standing probably where you are, sir. And he just got like wide-eyed and charged and grabbed my wife like this, and went real, and like the tents, everything started going. So I grabbed that dude and just put him over here, and I just looked at him, and I'm like, you better not do anything. And he was like, oh, like, because he was on his back.
Anyway,
and I was like, don't put your hands on my wife.
I don't know how you could be that mentally unstable. Maybe she's drinking. Grandma seemed like she might have been drinking. I have no idea. But I have no idea. I'm not sure.
I know that grandma's still in there.
All of her stuff was a 10.5 over where we were sitting. So, I mean, it's here. She just charged me. Like, it was the most.
Well, there was plenty of witnesses that saw her come over to our tent and engage us. Like, we were sitting there.
Literally, the only words that came out of my mouth is, this is baseball. No one's hand should be on anyone.
One party that was on the pickleball field.
Anyway, I really do want to press charges against her because she attacked me out of nowhere. And that's not cool at all.
Especially the kids' game.
It was probably 100 yards away
in a public,
I believe it's
down the left parking lot.
Can you start over? I'm sorry. I'm going to end up being taken in this case, so I need to know.
Okay, all right. So I'm assuming it was the husband. Starts hollering at. I think he was yelling to his kid, "You should have knocked him out." He was talking about my kid. They had a little spat on the field, whatever. So I said.
This was after when he was pushed, or when the catcher.
No, after the
ran over
pushing on the field.
Okay.
One kid said that the other one pushed. We don't. I know my kid doesn't play dirty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you need to watch out. That's my son, you know. And he starts cussing back and forth with me. And then his wife, and he like steps under our tent and it's back and forth. His wife, and then my mom stood up at that point when the man came under our tent. My mom stood up and she's like, you know, you need to sit down. And the wife stood up and said, who the hell are you? And I said, that's my mom. And then she and I came at each other, and I don't know what happened there other than I'm missing a shoe and a pair of Costa sunglasses. So it was just, it started out as a verbal argument, and she stood up. And
which field was it? The back left,
field
back right?
one, it would be front left.
And y'all stint was in between this field and the back field?
Yes.
And you said she stood up, and then she.
Yes. So
How did y'all come into contact with one another?
she was fussing and screaming at my mom, and who the hell are you? And I said, that's my mom. And she and I came at each other, and I think it started.
So you're saying simultaneously,
yeah.
one didn't go to the other? Who went to who?
I was under her tent at that point. Her husband had already left from our tent, and I was under her tent at that point, and we were arguing back and forth. And I don't know who came at who first. I think we both came at each other, but I was under her tent at that point.
Okay, so once y'all came in contact with one another, what happened?
We ended up on the ground. I don't think there were any punches thrown.
What did you specifically do?
Grabbed her about the same time she grabbed me, and we ended up on the ground. There were no punches thrown. If she hit me, I didn't feel it. And my mom picked me up, and her husband picked her up.
Did somebody else intervene?
Not that I know of.
There wasn't another third-party male?
Somebody asked me, my son asked me, he said, who hit you? Who hit you? Did the boy hit you? And I said, I don't think anybody hit me.
So at this point, the game was over?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry,
Okay.
no, it wasn't. They called it after that because of the commotion.
Okay. What inning was it? Was it even close to being over?
Yes, that was almost over.
Okay.
We may have ended up tying. I think it was going to be.
Would you happen to know if anybody else saw this, witnessed
There
this?
was a whole, I mean, everybody
I'll go up
was
there.
around.
Good. Did y'all see anything that happened?
Oh,
up there?
yes. I saw it
All right. So what happened?
And she's not involved.
Okay.
She just was bystander.
And it,
Go ahead.
are you,
I'm
were you,
grandma.
Oh, your grandma? Okay.
Yes, so we're watching the game. His kid's on second. Her kid is playing second, right? Her kid goes behind second to protect second, what are you going to call it? And his kid bumps into him. Blues call time because there was when his kid got on second, you know, there was a big celebration
about, yeah.
and there was, because of a play earlier, some tension between them. Blues call time, call both teams to the plate, tells them they're not allowed to talk to each other, yada yada yada, sends them back to the plate or back to places. So that was it. So then he starts yelling, or he is over there and he said whatever his kid's name is, should have knocked the hell out of him. And she said, wait a minute, that's my son you're talking about. And he said, I don't know who I'm talking about.
In the meantime, he's walked over under the edge of the tent where we were.
And she says, well, that's my son, and turns around, and he steps under my tent, which we had all been sitting together. This is our second game. The game before, we didn't play them. We had all been sitting together the whole time, and he says it again, and I'm like, okay, y'all need to stop. Like, everybody needs to stop. I said, Leah, sit down. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. And they keep mouthing, and then I don't remember what her wife said, but she said it to her. And Leah
She started cussing at me.
My mother. About that time she stands up, and then the fight ensues. I jump up to try and break it up, and another guy comes to try and break it up. And that's when that guy jumps in, and he pushes the other guy.
Can you go back a little bit? Sorry, there are all the people talking.
Are you with them?
No,
I'm not with.
She's not.
Well,
She
they
was,
were sitting with me, so there was my husband.
She was sitting close. She saw everything.
So you're not with them?
Well, I saw it happen. There was my husband. Me.
Are you a third party? Is all I'm
Yes.
asking.
Yes.
I'm a third.
If you want to head up to your
Okay.
or daughter, she's right up the hill.
Okay.
I'm a
Thank
third
you.
unbiased party.
That's what I'm looking
Yes.
for.
So how far back nobody
So husband's under y'all's tent.
under our tent,
Talking.
cussing him out, and she's, I'm telling him to go and hush. And it's not just him. I mean, there's other people chattering too. I'm telling all them to hush. I'm telling Leah to hush, and I'm trying to keep a book and watch, my kid watch the game. And before I can get up to grab Leah, they're at each other, those two ladies. I don't know who jumped first. I don't know who got who first.
You see any punches thrown?
Basically, I saw them wrapped up together. They really weren't throwing punches. It was more of a cat fight. The tent leg did get broke. The chair got broke, but it was more of a cat fight. And of course, they're saying, we're going to sue you. I'm going to have you arrested. It was more of a bicker and a cat fight.
So they were both bickering.
Yes. Well, it was.
They both went towards each other, essentially.
Well, so I'm sitting here facing the field. It happened behind me. When I looked, they were on the ground rolling together.
Pretty much. That lady was in the bathroom. Sons got in a little scuffle. Words were said. Teams got brought together saying, hey, don't talk shit to each other, essentially. Dad is over there underneath their tent.
Yeah,
running
that's what they said. Yeah.
He walks away.
Okay.
One of the witnesses said, hey, y'all just cut the crap. It's baseball.
Right.
He walks away. Mom comes back from the bathroom. She's like, hey, what happened? Dad made the comment about Dr. Sundown or whatever.
That's what they said too. Okay.
Mom comes back. What happened? She sits down in her chair.
Okay.
Words were exchanged between both sides. She goes over to her tent. Grandma comes over as well. And the altercation started. Nobody actually saw what happened. One lady said that she saw her with a ball of her hair in her hand
while they were on
the ground. They break it up. So from what it sounds like from the witnesses that actually saw it, Mom and Grandma walked underneath her tent.
Provoked it.
Because the one lady said she never even got out of her chair. She was sitting down when they came over.
And the witnesses said that too?
Yeah. That's what one of the witnesses.
And then she got up, and that's when they locked up?
Yeah.
Okay. I've concluded the investigation, and I've determined you're under arrest, okay? So stand up, put your hands behind your back, okay?
Oh my. Okay. Can you still make what?
For disorderly conduct and damage to property.
Damage
Put your hands behind your back.
What damage to property?
Okay, all right.
Can I just say something?
Can I take this watch off you? Can you give it to Grandma?
Yes. We have talked to all kinds of people that were involved, people that don't have nothing to do with you guys.
I'm going to get my
Okay. So it sounds, I got Grandma here with us, so it sounds like Grandma can probably help her out here in just a little while. So once she's taken down there, she'll be issued the 2 citations. She'll be given a bond, and then Grandma can help figure it out. It just disorderly conduct and damage to property.
I did the chair. They knocked me. Somebody knocked her
into the chair. That's how the chair got broken.
She wasn't anywhere near the chair back. Somebody jumped me from the back. I stood up and I had her on. I said, baby, and somebody hit me from the back, and I fell on the chair. She didn't do it, but it wasn't. But it was whoever. Somebody knocked. I had back surgery, if I'm not mistaken, and they knocked me and I fell over. But she wasn't anywhere near the chair because the lady had stood up, had grabbed her, and they were standing up. She didn't near the chair. So I don't know where that came from because in fact, I told them.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll get you to write us a statement real quick.
Did anybody find my $200 glasses?
Yes.
Did anybody find those? Did they admit to having my glasses?
All right, so
They didn't,
that's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and get the wife down there, and then we'll get your mother-in-law in that direction.
Okay, baby.
No, that's one reason, we're issuing citations. So it's, yes. Well, we're taking her to jail because we're issuing a citation, and we can really do all these kind of citations. All right? All right, sorry about this, man. Yes, sir.
All right, if you will, just follow me to the front of my car, okay? I'm waiting on a female officer, okay, to search you, okay? That's just protocol that we have to do prior to, transporting you, all right? If you want to, I'm going to have you send the AC, okay, in my car before she comes, okay? She's still on a call. She'll be here shortly. Your son? Well, I'm glad he's not here. I was hoping that he wouldn't be here by the time we arrive back.
They're in the middle of a game.
Okay. Well, I'll try to get you out of here before he finishes up, okay?
The woman was charged with disorderly conduct. Thanks for watching today's video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe for more of our content.